Let's go on to Tom Donovan. Tom, 27 UK. He says, my girlfriend, 25, 4 years, broke up with me. 4 years. You were 23 and she was 21. Broke up with me, citing you deserve one who loves you as much as you love them. I'm working on myself. I'm moving on. I have a question about consciousness. All right. Fine. First of all, your breakup is normal. 23 years old and 21-year-old. You guys have no business being in a long relationship. Anyhow, 4 years has been long enough, and it's time to move on and experience other possibilities. Because at age 23 and she at age 21, you guys really didn't know who really you are or what you really expected, what standards you had. Perhaps you had none. All it was is she turned you on and she liked you, and you guys got together. But now, age 27 and she's being 25, perhaps you guys kind of feel where you are and you know what you expect, and certain standards and experiences you had, certain modifications in your understanding, perception of life and expectations, and that maybe makes you be a different person than you were, and maybe you both have not changed or you know, modified, or experiences has not been the same in both levels, not the same level, and then so the divisions and conflicts or a lack of compatibility arises, and then so she has made that comment, and that's fine, that's reasonable, and there's no harm done. You move on and find someone who is now suitable to you more at your age, and you meets your expectations more than the one that started 4 years ago, which you guys really didn't know much about yourselves, let alone each other. And Tom adds, having followed your channel before I met her, I was aware that if it were to last, we would need to bond on a consciousness level. And we had many conversations that I believed were building that connection. Yes, but consciousness is always being modified, and the fact that you guys were interested in each other, and in most part, what attracts people is their physical attributes. And so at that point, when you guys were both lovey-dovey and interested, you were not focusing on real, true consciousness of each other. You were just agreeing with each other, and you thought that you're connecting. You were agreeing because you were excited about the other benefits that you guys would have ended up experiencing by being with each other, and making it more pleasant by being in agreement with each other and tolerating each other. But later on, the icing of the cake goes away, and then you start seeing the actual ingredients. You will say, well, I don't want to do this now, even though a few months back you would say, oh, okay, no problems, because you had a different you know, a novelty in mind about the relationship. So things change that way, and that's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. Now he continues, lots more to learn. Yeah, an issue across that made her question the relationship. An issue arose that made her question the relationship. We agreed that sex was not happening as often as we both would like. We tried to fix this over the course of a few months. You can't fix this sex thing that as easy as you think. It's not a logical thing. You guys been together for a while, and you've grown. How old are you here? Let's see. Donovan? 27, 21. Okay, so after 4 years being together, and you started at 23, which means you didn't have that many girls at the time yet, I don't think. She probably didn't have that much sex with, you know, other boyfriends or whatnot. So it was something at the beginning of the experience of that chapter of your lives. And then 4 years being together, at that age, is like a fucking marriage, and you kind of didn't have anything else to go on but sex, the physical attraction. And then it became no longer an excitement, because you were just, you know, familiar with every part of your physical presence, see each other naked, experience everything. So no mystery anymore. And then this is a mistake most people make when they share every intimate part of their day with each other, you know, no formality into it anymore. It's not like you both live in different places, or maybe you do, but you're always together and you always become too comfortable and relaxed without any privacy of some kind, or you know, a little bit of modesty involved. Then suddenly things don't look so exciting because nothing is new anymore. Everything is like, you know, you think of yourself and her as like one unit, which there should always be a certain kind of a curtain between the two of you when it gets too personal. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys get into a situation where feeling like we're so close, so we don't even have to close the bathroom door when you go to do your business. And these are not good for a relationship between a man and woman. They still need to have certain kind of a modesty, certain kind of a formality observed. So to keep that interest of a mystery between them, rather than everything goes. So everything goes, then everything goes, including the interest between the two. The sexual interest diminishes when everything is all out in the open. You keep seeing a woman in her bikinis every day, then that bikini is not going to have the same effect on you when you see her for the 100th times. But if once in a while you see her in her bikini, it's exciting. So I think in that age, when you guys are full of hormones and want to, you know, experience things, you guys got too chummy, and after 4 years there was nothing left, and you were not old enough to have things in consciousness to really bond on anything valuable or meaningful at that age. Maybe you did because you had watched the videos. She didn't, or the age didn't provide anything of really a good possibility for connection. And it was all based on your physical attributes and interest for each other. And then that became too comfortable and lost its mystery. So these are some things that you may want to consider for your next relationship. And Tom continues, she rejected my attempts to resolve. I realized that the expectation for pleasure on both sides created a real problem for bonding consciousness. I feel that the reason why sex goes wrong has a connection to the psyche. In our conversation, I realized my ex was unwilling to explore this. She quickly jumped to another branch a short time after breakup, as her needs were not being met. How does one overcome a physical challenge that is breaking or making one question the foundation? Just because her sexual needs were not met doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. She says that. Women say that when they've already, in most cases, not all cases, in most cases, they say that when they've already met somebody else. So it's not like she really broke up with you and then found somebody else. She had found this person before she broke up with you. And she had grown some kind of a connection with, experience. Because remember, I said she had not much experience, 21-year-old. How many boyfriends could she have had? A few maybe, or none. I don't know. But she was operating on the basis of not knowing much about the world and wanting to know, and did know how to get it, and thought maybe by changing partner or things that are interesting for her in different people, she thought she wants to experience all that. And she found this fellow, and she wanted to see, oh, what is that? Because that is not what I already have. It's different. Doesn't mean he's better than you, it's just different. And for her, she was seeking differences. She was seeking to find what life is all about. Maybe this is what life is all about. She doesn't know. She thinks she knows. So she decides and gives in to try to see how she was maybe felt that it's worthy of an experience. So she jumped ship, jumped the branch. It doesn't mean the branch that she left was a bad branch. It just meant that she wanted to go to on other branches. It has nothing to do with the branch she was in. So it has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with her, that she wanted to go fly and see what is out there. So that takes nothing away from you. Even if she didn't like you, it doesn't take anything away from you. It's just a personal preference. And who cares about that? Let her do what she wants to do. And it just tells you that she wasn't ready to grow with you, and you made the right decision, or she made you guys are in a good place. Each are somewhere that you want to be. And you just go on, build another one. What are you, 27? Just about the time, within the next 2-3 years, you will just be in a place where you can start choosing a serious relationship. All of this up to 28, 29, 30 even, is just experiences to know what it is that you really want, what kind of a woman you like, what is it that you expect about from yourself, and then you can see what kind of woman would be compatible with you and you can find harmony with. Even so, things may not go right a few years later, depending on where you guys are on consciousness level, you may separate again. So it's all okay. So that's where you are now. Go build another one. No big deal. No, you can't question the foundation, because she had no foundation and you had no foundation. You were just kids, 23 years old and 21-year-old. You guys got together. Okay. She's now 25. Still she's got things to learn. And you're 27. Still you got things to experience. And then to figure out, okay, now let's see if I can choose a more compatible woman now. So use your experiences. Nothing went wrong. It's just another experience that its duration finished. And perfect. What's wrong with that? You haven't lost anything. You just gained lots of experience. And don't be held hostage by your own ego. Because of your ego, you want her back. No, fuck. You don't want her back at all. You move on and focus and use your understanding and experience, and having built a better version of yourself because of these experiences. Go find a more wonderful woman. And there are so many wonderful women out there, and you won't be disappointed. This is perhaps a wonderful thing that happened to you, because what did you want to do? Stay with the same girl for the rest of your life that you chose at age 23, when you didn't even know who you are yet, but yet you thought you know what you want? You lucked out. Good thing that it didn't work. It usually doesn't work anyhow. So it's normal. Whatever you're going through, it's normal. Stop thinking about it. Go enjoy your life. Other girls, wonderful opportunities. Build your life. Focus on your building your life. And then you will find the more suitable girls. Definitely.